Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm visiting the breathtakingly beautiful Firestone Copse on the Isle of Wight. It's an absolute gem for nature. It's early spring here on the Isle of Wight, so all the colours have just started to change. So today you're going to be joining me on a woodland walk. I've got my camera, I've got you guys, let's go. Now this shot that you see behind me here guys, this is going to be my first shot of the day. What I really love about the way that these trees line up is it's something almost like the pillars inside a cathedral, and I think we'll get an absolute gem of a shot here. So what I'm going to do as I normally do is I'm going to try and find a nice low angle and capture some of this beautiful light that's filtering through. Let's see how we go. Here we go, now here's the shot on camera. Now you can see that the light drifting through the trees is beautiful, and that's going to really help us draw out some of the colours in the final photo. First shot of the day done. Now Firestone Copse is actually probably the place on the island that I like to come and hide away from the world a little bit. It's totally peaceful here. I don't know if you can hear the birds singing in the background, but it's absolutely beautiful. And what I've sort of find when I come to explore a woodland like this, if I was to offer you sort of one top tip, it would be make sure that every time you're walking around the woods, you've actually got your camera with you in your hand. And the reason for that is just because you see so many opportunities, and I often find if my camera's in my bag, it can be difficult to kind of get myself around to taking it out to get those shots. Whereas if I've got it in my hand with me, I see it, I take it, and sometimes some of the results I get are even more special than I expected. So what I love about coming to the woods is you genuinely never know what you're going to find. Now I've just found this tree strawing, and I think totally not photography, but if you find things like this in the woods, you've just got to give them a go, haven't you? Wish me luck. Hey. Okay, now we've got that out of the way, back to exploring. And here's one of those opportunities now. As you can see, this plant's just started to bloom and the flowers are absolutely fantastic. So what I'm going to try and do is capture a shot of those just to see if we can really get the detail of this. So this shot's actually taken a bit more work than planned. I don't know if anyone else has this exact same problem, but literally as soon as I decide I want to photograph flowers, the wind picks up and they will not stay still. But anyway, let me see how this goes and I'll pop up the results on the screen. I think for me guys, that's what photography around here is absolutely about. If you're out on a woodland walk like today, it's just about enjoying that nature, enjoying the peace and quiet and seeing the new life sort of coming in. And I think for me, one of the things that I really appreciate about photography is it's given me this chance to have a slower and more sort of intentional pace of life. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's just about giving me that time to sort of really be amongst nature and enjoy what I'm looking at and explore. And what I found I've got from having a camera in my hands is that I don't miss the details anymore. You know, it used to be that I'd walk past a tree like that, oh the flowers are out, how pretty. Whereas now I'll take the time, I'll stop and I'll look and I'll explore. So that's definitely one of the great things about it, and to a degree I'm not even worried how the shot's going to come out. I hope it's going to be good, I'm sure it will be, but really about the experience of taking it, I think that's what it's all about. What I've just found here guys is just a really pretty little plant. Now I don't think when I take this photo there's going to be anything dramatically exciting about this photo, it's not going to be groundbreaking, but this is exactly what I was saying a minute ago. The beautiful thing about being out for a walk on a day like today is it's just about enjoying it. You know, it's about enjoying the process, you know, not just the result. So here we go, let's grab the shot and we'll see what we think later. So what is it that I'm on the lookout for when I come out to woods like this? So essentially what I'm looking for is changing colours. I'm still looking for leading lines. I'm also keeping my eye out for smaller details like mushrooms, freshly grown flowers. All these things can actually be really interesting, and the great thing about coming back to a place like this time and time again is you actually get to see it change throughout the seasons. So some of the places I found last time and some of the great shots that I found last time aren't going to be the same today. what I'll probably do is pop up a bit of a montage of a few of them anyway, just so you can sort of see what I'm looking at. But today it's just about trying to find those new things. So you've actually dismissed it. I just walked face first into a spider's web. That is one of the things I do hate about coming to the woods. I'm 6'4", and it seems to be premium height for spider webs. Like, what's it about? Do you know what I mean? Up and over. This is something I've just spied as I was walking past now. I don't know what these things are. They look like they're bracken about to unfurl. I'm sure somebody that knows nature much better than me will probably be able to tell me exactly what they are. But what I thought would make a great shot here is with a nice low angle again. These will really sort of captivate nature as it's growing and changing. And I think it's going to almost look like a world of itself, almost something quite alien. So let's get the shot taken, and then I'll pop up on screen the final edit. Now here's the shot, and I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but what I'm trying to do is use the dead foliage as a bit of a leading line to draw the viewer's eyes to the centre of the shot. That way it really makes the bracken the focus of what we're doing. This way, come on. As always guys, remember if you do like what you see here on the channel, do hit that like and subscribe button because it really helps the channel grow. Beans. I've actually got no idea how this shot's going to turn out, but one of the things I just spied as I was walking past is this orange line on the tree here. I'm assuming it's been put here so it marks, trees that need work or looking after. But the vibrant colours, spray painted directly over the ivy, I think it could be something quite cool. So let me grab my camera and we'll see what we got. So what I want to do here is I want to make sure as best I can that I fill the entire frame full of the tree and the ivy. That way I've got the best way of drawing this out without there being too much distraction in the shot. There you go guys, let me know what you think of them. One of the things I'm always really conscious to remember with this style of photography is it's actually really hard work. I mean, taking your camera out into the woods and searching for those shots can be really quite a difficult thing to do. And I think this is one of the things that really helps me improve my photography, because what it requires me to do is to see the world in a whole different light. It slows me down, it has me thinking about the angles, it has me thinking about the lighting, and it's a really good way to enjoy nature. So if you are looking to get the best out of your photography, this is something that's well worth thinking about doing. If you do give this style of photography a go guys, make sure to come back here and drop a comment in. Let me know how you get on. I'd be really interested to hear about it. It was actually in this part of the woods that I took one of my all-time favourite photos. I took it earlier this year. I'll pop it up on screen so you can have a look at it. Now one of the reasons that I like this photo is purely just the juxtaposition it poses between the decay of winter and the new life of spring, and I think there's something really powerful in that. One of the things that I always do when I come to the woods is just remind myself it's not all about just ground level. It's also really important to look up, and here's exactly why. There we go guys, that concludes my trip to Firestone Copse today. All of my best photos that I've taken here are actually available on my website, www.cjknoxphotography.com. Have a look and see what you think. Thanks for tuning in today, I really appreciate it. As always guys, keep taking those photos. Until the next time, I'll see you again.